No. There we go. Welcome back to Bearded Ramblings. It is a lovely end of summer, start of autumn day over here in Casa de Lev. I am Lev of the Casta. Krendar is below me, looking very white and bald.
I am these things.
And we have Raisin Girl, who is going to be our guide on a very special upcoming thing, the meetup. As if I haven't
Yay!
driven
Hey,
it into people's minds for the past year that we're going to Philadelphia. And it's coming this month on the 11th to the 18th.
it's
Um,
almost here.
it is so much money I wish I'd have saved, but instead I didn't. Anyway, so
Well,
let
be careful with your spending while you're there. Then.
yep. But anyway, today we are doing something a little different. We are going to be breaking down basically our hopes and our goals for the big events, if we can even manage one big night out. Obviously, a lot of people will be coming, or they won't. They might have to stop at the last minute. But so far, I think Mickey Richards is coming. Obviously, we're coming. Magicus is coming. Um, Still don't know yet about Mango, but it's getting pretty late
Yeah.
now. So, we
And
might have to.
and of course, Raisin being our local.
Yeah, though of
Yay!
course she being a local means that by default she's gonna be. It's also gonna be her birthday, so we're gonna go out and celebrate.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Oh
Another
yeah.
revolution.
hmm Um,
Yeah.
Now we've been talking about for a while now of all the little things that we were up to doing. Museums, going to South Street, go to the waterfront, maybe go see the next Beetlejuice film that's coming out. Hatchets. I think most people are interested in the hatchets.
I mean, I'm
Um,
interested in all those things.
I'm interested in everything there too. Plus, Krendar and I, being foreign folk, there'll be things that we will be curious
Foreigners.
about, especially the food. We're going to try some of the
Uh,
I
local
was going to
cuisine.
say there was an amazing place that
definitely.
we looked at with food. We definitely need to make sure that's on the list. The food place that we saw.
You mean the
uh,
sardine bar?
Yes, that was it,
Yeah,
wasn't it? We
yeah,
looked
Yeah.
at their
okay.
menu. Their menu looked
Definitely,
amazing.
especially the food. Although speaking of little things, as you mentioned earlier, a couple of little questions occurred to me, and I don't know if you know the answer to this yet because I know you've been there before, but I don't know if you stayed at the same place. I'm wondering if this place we're staying at provides stuff like soap and shampoo, and if they have towels and stuff, or if I'm gonna need to pick up
According,
my own when we get there.
yeah, according to the reviews, apparently they don't. So yeah, I'm gonna pick up some like body wash and some
Yeah, okay.
toothpaste and all that. Don't bring any toiletries, unless you've got like a very specific like bottle of cologne you think is like great.
Well, I was
Um,
figuring I'll bring a toothbrush and toothpaste of my own, but I'll buy like soap and a small shampoo or something.
yeah, I'm gonna do.
While we're there, hit up like a what do they have there? CVS or something like whatever
Hmm
equivalent.
That would be
Yeah,
that would be it, or
get a towel,
even
I guess.
Target. Um, um, I'm actually not sure where the nearest ones of all those are, but there has to be
Yeah,
statistically a store nearby us.
yeah.
Um,
Maybe a cheap disposable towel because I feel like I'll probably be having a shower relatively soon before packing my way home. I don't want a damp towel in my suitcase.
yeah, a lot of the stuff I'm going to be buying over there, I'll probably just leave like the toothbrush and the like crappy like little plasticky thing. But uh, I'm
So
also
if you just need one for the week, like the first night I came over, I could bring you guys a couple extras for your last night and then
That'd
just
be
collect them when you
that'd,
leave.
that'd be awesome. Yeah,
oh yeah, that'll be one less thing to worry about. Appreciate it.
love it.
There you go. Easy. Easy
All
peasy.
right.
Nice.
Um, Oh, I didn't quite finish off with the shilling, but at this point, everyone really knows what's all about what. Like, share, subscribe, links down
What?
below, and that blue bar is towards the trip. Krendar gets a cut. So anyway, yeah. how long ago was it when I was there to see you, Raisin? Was it 2 years now?
Maybe a year and a half, because you were originally gonna come before the holiday. Was it
I
Christmas
think
or
you
It
said it
was
something?
was win.
Paddy's
It
No,
was
Day.
St. Patty's Day. So that it was a decent chunk. I don't. What time it was
probably a
cold
year and
when
a
you
half.
came
I
last
think. I
time.
think it was less than two.
Yeah, it
Two
was cold.
winters
It was
ago, I
cold.
guess.
I'm gonna say two. Um, and
Well, a year and a half would make it 2 winters ago. Yeah.
yeah.
And
Uh,
they said it was cold.
so yeah, let's start with that. So you said the weather is actually pretty nice today over in Philly.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. 86 degrees Fahrenheit and sunny. So let
Sweet.
me
I don't know what that
pull that
means.
up and convert that for you. Hold on a
Yeah.
second. I
I'm
didn't have
also
all my stuff up and running. I don't
I'm
have
also
like the
curious about
last
the.
few.
I've noticed there's a neighborhood called Devil's Pocket. What's the story with that? Well,
Uh,
I'll ask you one question at a time.
29 Fahrenheit, or 29 Celsius right now,
Oh, that's
and
toasty.
sun beating
Yeah,
down
fun.
at 5 o'clock. Yeah.
Toasty, but not unpleasantly
Forecast.
so.
Let's see.
Especially if there's a nice breeze.
As long as it's not
So
overly sunny, I don't like that.
highs. It's partially all week. Pretty much, we have a little bit of rain supposed to be coming in on the weekend, but we have
Yeah, I'll bring an
partly
umbrella.
cloudy, mostly sunny. 26, 24, 26, 27, 27, 24, 23. So that's your highs,
That's
and your
pretty good.
lows are today the low is 18, tomorrow 12, then 11, 13, 17, 19,
Yeah,
13, 11,
All
and that's
right.
like as low as it's going to drop
that's gonna
for
be
the next
like
week. So,
the 2 a.m. type
yeah.
temperatures kind of
Yeah, yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like pre-sunrise,
Yeah,
kind
well,
of chilly.
I'll bring a pair of hiking boots, but also some sandals. So depending on how hot each day is or not.
I'm
Yeah,
bringing
just as long
my
as they're
walking
comfortable to walk in
trainers.
with the
Yeah,
city, because it's a lot of pavement beating, you know?
and a lot of that pavement's
Hmm.
seen better days, so it won't even be even
Yeah.
all the time. Yeah, I was saying that to Feel Good yesterday when she was like, "Oh, it won't be so bad. You're going to be wandering around the city." I'm like, "Yeah, but you've never been to Philadelphia. It looks like mini earthquakes have happened underneath the paved walk for years, and it's just never gotten fixed. It's
Oh,
just
it sounds
all
like home then.
bubbly. Yeah, it's just so
So
in
the
need
weather,
of
the winters get like the water will fill in and then it freezes and expands in between the sidewalks,
Oh
and
yeah.
then when it warms back up, it like because water expands, it cracks the sidewalks in the
yeah.
winter, and then it gets all hot and cold in between and
Plus,
Yeah.
any
ices and
construction
shifts up and
work
down and
or car
yeah.
crashes or whatever, they don't always get them fixed.
All right,
Um,
Raisin. So what's the
Oh yeah,
story behind
potholes are
Devil's
wild too.
Pocket? What's this
I
Devil's Pocket thing
have
about?
never heard of a devil's pocket before. Now I'm curious.
It's below Fittler Square, apparently.
here, South Philadelphia section of Philadelphia,
That's where my
Pennsylvania.
family is from too. I could ask my cousins about it, see if they know anything about devil's pocket.
It's just an interestingly spicy name for a neighborhood. You know,
Oh, well,
like
I
is
mean,
that like a
it's near
bad
the
neighborhood
Naval
where
Square
people get
development.
mugged? I don't
I don't
know.
know. Maybe it's because Navy people are over there. Who knows?
Mm,
The devil, that's true.
well, this is what it looks like, and it could look worse.
Could look better though.
It's a little crushed, but it
That's
looks
nice for
clean.
South Philly.
Yeah, it looks
That's really
clean.
nice for South Philly.
Look,
South
a
Oh,
Philly's
big,
not the
big
nicest.
open
It's got
area.
really poor
I'm
neighborhoods.
so I'm so glad we're staying in South Philly then.
Hey, South Philly's
Well,
cheap.
you're the part of look, this the part of South Philly that you're getting closer to where you guys are is the tourist part. So you're near South Street and Penn's Landing and like the
Okay.
waterfront. So they have like concerts down there, and
Well,
if
that sounds
anybody's
cool.
busking anymore, like that's that South Street is the street that has all the famous cheesesteak shops and everything. So,
Nice.
yeah, but we didn't make it that far. We stopped at all the Irish pubs instead, and I think they were closed by the time we got there. Everything seemed
Yeah,
closed when we
everything was
got there.
closed.
Irish,
You
The
were.
waterfront was closed because it was off season. They
Hmm.
had ice
Irish
skating
pubs.
instead of roller
Who wants to go
skating.
to an Irish pub? That doesn't sound
Well,
very
I'm dragging
interesting.
you to every Irish pub, and you're too small to stop me. I will just put you under my shoulder, under my arm, and I'll just carry you into one.
I mean, that's probably accurate.
On the plus side, it'll save you walking. You'll get a free ride out of it.
You're gonna break your foot.
You were the one complaining to me that I shouldn't jinx it, and now you're just outright claiming it's going to
Well, you're
happen
talking
again.
about picking people up and carrying them like a
Then I'll
giant.
fuck my
You're gonna
back
hurt
up.
yourself.
It's different.
You're old.
Yeah,
You're
it's gonna
old
break a
now.
different body part. It won't be his foot. It will be his spine.
That
Oh
would be fun.
no.
Oh, there's a
Slip
Chinese
disc,
place
slip
nearby where
disc.
we are, and the
There's a
diner,
Chinese place everywhere in
Oh,
Philly.
we can go eat at diner.
You
Broad
know how y'all
Street
have
Diner.
like
It looks very, very, very generic.
Generic.
Yeah,
UK
I'm.
has like the Indian shops,
Mm,
I
and
love Indian,
like this
but
area has Chinese food.
I am
Like the
always
way y'all have Indian
concerned about a
shops.
diner that does not even bother putting its name on its sign.
Oh, they
but
probably have
on
a
the
piece
plus
of
side,
coffee over there
this
written or
look at the
something.
we're nearby the boot sign. That's pretty cool.
Wow.
The boot.
I don't think they've cleaned their shop front in years.
This was last year, so it should more or less look the exact same. Oh, I like that. I like the artwork here. Oh,
Yeah.
that's one thing
Yes.
you're gonna notice, Krendar. Philly is a bit on the run down, but as you can see here, murals everywhere.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, there's
Yeah,
another
we've
one.
got that here too.
It's less common in Dublin and really doesn't happen out here in the countryside. No, there's
It
Broad
blends in
Street
with that
Diner.
advertisement, like ladies in their
Mm.
underwear, just chilling with the rest of the
Yeah.
yard.
Okay. When in doubt, we're nearby diner next to boobs. Great way of not making sure we don't get lost.
There you go.
I love diner
That's-
next to boobs.
I love Boob's Diner.
Boobs Diner. Boob Street Diner. Well, here's a chicken and grill. That's gonna be a.
Burger, seafood, chicken over rice. Why
How
do they
far
have to
away is the
specify
sardine
that
bar?
the chicken is over rice on their sign? That's a little strange.
Hmm.
What's strange about chicken over rice? I'm
Oh, nothing.
confused.
It's just weird that they specified over rice on their sign. Like, I don't know. It's just
Maybe some
burger,
other places
seafood,
locally just
chicken.
give you a thing of chicken. Look, there's a pawn shop there too.
I'm just saying, if I made that sign, it would have said burgers, seafood, chicken. I wouldn't have bothered putting
it's
over
Movie Town?
rice
I thought
on
it
the
said
sign.
Is that a movie theater? Oh, here's the pawn shop.
Thrift shop.
Oh, it's a thrift store that doesn't
Thrift
understand
pawn.
how capital I works.
United check cashing. Oh, that's depressing. I remember about the whole
Mm,
the whole payday loans. Fantastic.
yeah,
And right next to a church, of course.
beautiful.
And a
Well, they're not
bank.
allowed to eat in
Ooh,
the
that's
church
that's
anymore.
that's ironic.
That's
That's
yeah.
very telling.
That's
We're just gonna go around with like we'll do a live stream from our home up to like the Independence Hall up there, and we're just gonna comment
Teeny
on
little
every
Target?
door, every front, like storefront we
Or is
see.
it just an advertisement for one?
What
and we'll
where?
see how many angry shopkeepers
Down
we
the
have to
street
run
a
away
little.
from.
Sorry, Raisin, what was that?
Something
Look
about
how.
down the street.
Yeah, there. I was like wondering if that was a Target or just a sign for a Target
Oh, I saw the
on the
sign you're
left.
talking about. It
Oh,
was a very target looking sign.
sweet.
It was left from is that
Right
it
there.
over there? The
Hmm.
red thing.
Well,
Or
yeah,
zoom
the
down the street
actual
a little
sign,
bit
not
more.
the thing. Yeah, there. Actually, go down the street a little bit more.
Yeah.
There you go.
That no, it's not. That's something else entirely.
Check
There
out
was a little
Looks like they've painted it over since then, or either that or we're past it. I don't know.
giant ice cream cone as you do.
sure.
Ooh, some more stuff. It looks like these buildings have been renovated since the 70s. Hey, an M. Donald's. I didn't know a good Irish
Never
family was
heard of
living
it.
down here. Yeah. Um.
You know it's Irish and not Scottish because it's MC and not MAC.
Hmm. So
I think that's accurate anyway.
if the weather's good, we'll be obviously walking. Ooh, a Chipotle. Okay, there we are. There's my first place I've never been to before. I've never been in a Chipotle. I had Chipotle
Ah,
sauce. I've never been in a Chipotle.
I've I've been to one once, and it was here in Canada, and it was pretty good, but not the best.
So we're gonna have to film ourselves getting something in Chipotle and then sending that to Billy.
I hope they have better decor than the one here, because the one here was bland as hell decor wise. It looked so corporate in there.
It looks corporate in here too.
Not as bad as the one I went to, although close.
It looks like a cafeteria.
Yeah,
It's a chain. Why would you want to go to a chain?
Oh, because every time I go to America, I always try one American chain that I've never been to before. And as this is right next to where we are, and most likely our store in the form of Target,
there's the
Is that
um,
target.
actually a target that we just passed? That's
it
why I
was
kept wanting you to
indeed.
spin back
I
around.
think
See?
I think the building we were looking at wasn't it, but there was a sign
Right.
on the.
I think when we pulled past it, like
There
it
it
actually
is.
went past it. That's why I was saying spin back around. But yeah.
There's the sign at least. Anyway.
Yeah, so it's this complex here that has Target. There it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, that the circle wasn't on that red piece before. That's weird.
It
and it's
was at a different stage of painting at the one stage of the street.
mm.
Yeah,
It looks
So
like they repainted the sign.
if we
I
keep
guess
going
so.
up, eventually, of course, we'll hit Independence Hall and all that. But it'll be unlikely we're going to walk that far ahead. At least maybe once on like a really good day or whatever. Oh, Krendar, you
I don't
you
What's
were
know.
that tucked in
It's
there?
only a couple blocks or so.
Sprouts Farmers
farmers
Market. Oh,
market.
What?
Ooh,
What?
farmers market.
Yeah, but why did you call my name though?
Oh, you said that you were asking about America's default coffee place, and here's Raisin to
Yes.
answer the question.
True. Yeah, we asked Mickey last time, but like you know how it's pretty well known that for Canada, the default like the quintessential Canadian uh, coffee shop would be Timmy's, right? Tim Hortons. What would you say it is in America? Like Dunkin' Donuts or something, or well,
probably for like middle America. Like, yeah, Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks, depending on who you're asking. Like if you ask a soccer mom, probably Starbucks, but every
yeah.
normal person
No,
would probably say Dunkin' Donuts.
I'm just curious to
I
try
think,
it.
yeah.
It'll
I'm
be
sure
mid.
I'm sure it'll be mid, but I just want to have the experience.
Mm-hmm. Um,
At at some point, we'll wander past one, and I'll just grab a cup to go or something or other.
We'll
yeah,
also have to find a
sugar
decent
sugar
cafe.
glazed donut or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cafes in Philly, so
Then
you could
when
probably
we walk
ask where the
past
best
a nice
cafe in
clean
there is.
cafe, we can have an actually good coffee instead.
Right.
Compare
Um,
them.
so speaking of places of fooding and the like, there is a place that we were looking at, Raisin and I, and it's nearby. Let's just see where it is. The Sardine Bar, which I think we've shown once or twice on stream, but it is. Come on, give me a second.
Definitely at least once.
So it's around. Here it is. Boop. It has this little sardine tin at the front, but the food inside looks kind of decent. Like it looks like a place maybe we could go for our first like sit down meal because it's not too far from our.
Sure.
Did you want to pull
Um,
up the website and look at the menu?
yeah, do that now. Menu. There we go. That's the wine. That's the drafts. Oh, I'm curious to see how much the drafts are going to cost. Sevens, eights. Ooh, these are expensive for um, these
For
are close
beer.
to Ireland prices. Although the Kenzer's five, so that would be like four something. You'd be hard pressed to find a pint for four something anymore in Ireland. But here's the actual food. Uh, and their actual website probably would be better still because they have like old pictures and shit like that. So American Sardine Bar, Google search. Philly. Uh,
Click view menu. That's where I'm at on my screen. Yeah.
yeah. tin fish board, sardine el tomate, tomate, beautiful tomate.
Is this the right? I'm trying to figure.
But is it Senor Tomat?
There were other places we looked at too, and I don't remember.
Yeah, well, the one place we did look at that wasn't an eatery was Dirty was it Dirty Frank's, and that was like a really like it was a dive bar. And then we looked
Oh,
at one that was like a really touristy trap up near in Federal. That was like a tavern, and it looked super touristy. We'll poke our heads in for 5 seconds for a picture, and then like if we pass by that place. But yeah, here's some of the food here.
Yeah, this place looks good.
A lot of fish stuff. Um, which I do love me some seafood, so fuck yeah. Um,
The prices look more reasonable than I expected.
mm-hmm. A whole
Whole
pickle.
pickle.
A whole
Uh,
pickle.
no, the best part is vegan.
Vegan.
I would like your most vegan pickle, please.
Why are they holding the pickled egg up like an item in Skyrim so you can rotate it?
So that you can find the
pickled egg.
hidden interaction point that's got an extra treasure in it.
Oh, like
In Big
the
Quest.
Mordor games where your controller would vibrate when the icon would appear.
Hmm. And then you get the secret backstory
Yeah,
of
of
the
the
item.
egg.
Yeah.
Drafts not
This egg
available.
We had like the menu that we were looking at. Something
was once
else.
cooked by hobbits.
So,
Made wedge salad. Interesting.
um, Raisin, there's also a few other bars, and I'm sure the restaurants nearby. Like I said, like the diner across the street. I'm curious, poking my head in there. I mean, you'd probably get a decent cup of coffee there.
At least
Um,
eyeball the menu. Yeah.
yeah, I mean it's right next.
I don't usually do coffee at a restaurant though.
What about like if we went there for breakfast?
Nah. I prefer just like the walk around cup to go kind of thing.
Fair enough. Um, Kale, mushroom, and Swiss. I can't have mushrooms, but
Oh, that's a shame. I love mushrooms.
try to see which
Love
is
me a good shroom.
maybe the whitefish cake.
That looks alright.
Looks alright. Actually, I'd probably get the tin board because it looks like their signature thing. It looks
I
very.
swear
Oh,
that the
yeah.
menu that we looked at a different menu that was very different than this, and I can't. I thought that you had marked which one that was, and I don't remember anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe they've just updated it since then. I don't know.
Maybe. Or maybe it's a different restaurant. There's a few places we can check out
You had
besides.
a whole list, and that we looked through the one time. I
I
don't.
think
Did
I
we?
was just going by the what was on the map, honestly.
I
Like,
think that's what I remember was just looking at the map. Maybe that's why it looked different because we were looking at it through the map link rather than through their own website.
maybe. Let's go back to Philly. I hate this mini map thing that they have.
Balakinwid, that looks pretty British.
British, even though it's showing Ireland, but okay. Boop boop boop. Recently visited Crown Fried Chicken. So there's a few places around here we can look at, like Batter and Crumbs Vegan Bakery and Cafe. I don't know if I was a vegan, I'd be kind of requiring something like that, but you know.
Hmm.
Gino's Steaks. Probably got a good cheesesteak here.
Maybe? Oh, it does say cheesesteaks. Okay.
Yeah, steaks.
I was
Love
gonna,
that.
I was gonna say a steak restaurant is not necessarily going to be a cheese steak
But
because it's
look
a
at
totally
this.
different thing.
This
But
looks
it
like
turns
something
out
that ordinary
it's a
sausage.
cheesesteak specialty place.
Like this is very this
Yeah.
screams Americana.
Actually, there's a question for you, Raisin. Is that a Philly slang thing? Do you guys just call them steaks rather than calling them cheesesteaks? Is that a common thing? Or is Gino just weird?
I mean, it's just sort of assumed if you're at the place, it's not gonna
Well, no,
necessarily
like,
write out
not necessarily
cheesesteak.
at the place. Like, let's say you're
Like
like,
saying
hey,
it,
you want to go for some steaks, or hey, come get your steaks here.
usually people would say cheesesteaks.
Okay, so Gino's just odd then. Fair enough.
Yeah, they're probably trying to be edgy.
Fair enough.
Like we're so good, we
Uh,
don't have to say
what
it.
about the prices here? 15 for a cheesesteak. What would that be? Decent, worse, well, good, bad price.
That better be pretty damn
I
good,
mean,
I
if you're
would think.
doing like Geno's, Pat's, Jim's, or Tony Luke's, they're going to be expensive because those are the ones that get featured on all the shows
Nah.
and streams and
Are they
stuff.
good though?
Compared to the regular local shops, I would go to a local corner store before I went to one of
Yeah.
those. But for the tourist experience, like
Well,
they're
fuck that.
not
Let's do the
terrible. They do
local.
the job, but like the local places give you
Yeah,
like
I'm
a
much more
bigger
down to
Yeah.
like
getting.
Screw Gino's then.
more sandwich. They're
Mm,
all right.
I don't want all right. I want awesome.
then let's ask. Then let's ask the almighty algorithm.
There's probably like tons
Best
of places off like
No.
if you just walk around on
Philly
South Street. If you're gonna
steak.
go to one of those though, I would say
No.
I don't know. Family all prefers Tony Luke's, so
Lev, stop. Don't ask the algorithm. It doesn't know shit. Ask. We've got a local on the phone here
Well,
telling us where to go.
all right.
it's easy. Yeah, you can just we'll walk through like when we're walking around on South Street. There's lots of little like especially if we have the like the phones or whatever, then like
Ooh.
just like usually it's like a block or two down. There'll be like all kinds of other little shops that don't want to pay rent for South Street stores, but they're
Mhm.
close enough that everybody like makes it out to their little so you can pretty much like any sort of
Yeah.
food you want. They have
Let's
like
aim for that.
Thai, all kinds like food is
Yeah.
a wonderland in Philly for sure.
Hell
Well, in
yeah.
that regard,
There's
then let's go to
cheesesteak
South
places
Street
like
and just.
every other like because everybody in Philly walks, but everybody in Philly wants to get cheesesteak. So there's a
Yeah.
cheesesteak shop like in walking distance from
I figure
everybody to
we'll
stay.
we'll probably just be wandering around somewhere one day, and we'll just trip across an awesome looking cheesesteak place that Grayson gives a thumbs up
24/7?
to.
Or every
24/7
time that I'm
Oregon
around,
steak?
I'll pick up a cheesesteak and take one for the team. And when I'm like this one is heaven, then you guys buy one too.
I mean,
Or try a bite.
potentially,
Like
sure.
I'm down for eating a cheesesteak every day in Philly. It's been a long ass time. I don't think I've eaten a cheesesteak in
What's Nifty
that I haven't
50s?
made.
Nifty 50 South Philly.
It's like
Dinner.
a little
Oh,
Yeah,
niche
it's a
restaurant.
50s
It's like a
diner,
diner
yeah.
set up.
Oh, it's like
It's
Eddie
not like
Rockets over here.
they
are they
have
any good?
really good milkshakes, y'all.
Yep.
You should definitely go to Nifty 50 for some milkshakes.
Cool.
And floats, you can get floats.
What about the
one
food?
in
Should we
Philly,
have dinner there, or
that's in
just like
Northeast. That's closer to me than it is to where you guys are staying. The one in Philly,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
the one in Philly used to be well, it's still there, but there used to be a dance club near it that I went to when I was in my youth,
Mhm.
and we always used to go over to Nifty
Should we have a
50s
meal there, or
after the
just a
dance.
milkshake?
They had like if you just want this like y'all coming from other places should just get the meal. Like get yourself a good American burger with some fries, like some good old steak fries and a
They
thick
good- they good
milkshake to
there?
wash it down. What's that?
Are they good there?
Yeah, they're decent. It's not like the
Oh,
best
here you go,
ever. Like
Krendar.
as far as like I can make some badass shit at
Ooh.
home, but like that stuff is your really standard American Philly. Like ooh,
Yeah. Nice.
ooh. I want some Denver bread.
Reds, you say.
Y'all are making me hungry.
You say.
Now we're in the minute. And a Jewish
Nothing
deli.
is nice. Very nice.
I want a Reuben. I
You know the
want
best thing
Philly from a
about
good
I
Philly
the best
never
thing
got a
about
Reuben.
non-bread. Oh,
Oh, you
Reubens
never
are good. It's been a
Reuben.
long time since I've had one too.
I was gonna get one in, I think,
Proper
the only
deli
place
Reuben.
in Dublin that sold one, and I was gonna go out there and get it, and I just never got around to it. So fuck it. Let's think. Raisin, where would I be able to snag up a decent Reuben?
A deli, a good like a good Jewish deli.
Yeah.
Like with the
I was gonna
bread,
say
like
same
mwah.
thing.
The bread in this area is like in as long as yes. Mm. Oh,
We
I'm
also
gonna be
have to
so
keep our
hurting
eye
because
out
gluten
for.
hates my guts, like literally.
Oh
But like,
no!
oh man, I'm eating it. I don't even
As we're wandering
care.
around, we also have
I'm
to
gonna
keep
look
our eye
pregnant
out
by the end of the week
for.
is all. It's all right. It'll fix itself.
Oh,
I'll be
I
good
will.
when y'all go home.
I'll look pregnant as well. We'll be together on that. But while we're
Yay!
walking around, we need to keep our eye out for a Lebanese bakery slash shawarma joint
Yeah,
because there's stuff that Lev needs to try.
so much.
I've never tried shawarma either.
There
I've
we.
seen the meat cones in the stores in the UK, but
Oh, the kebab,
Mhm.
like sliced
yeah, that
kebab. And
is so nasty. I don't even know if I would describe that as meat. Whatever I
you
was
get
fed in the
drunk and
UK
then
will
it's
never enter
edible.
my mouth again.
You get drunk and
Most
it's edible.
places that stuff is actually proper meat. So I don't know if you
This
just went to a
was like
bad one.
foam fake. I don't even know. It
This
wasn't
one
good. It was
depends. What you
like the
had might
UK
have
equivalent
been.
of steakums is what it tasted
It's
and felt like.
possible you might have had doner meat, which is
Yep.
one
Doner
or
kebab.
two. The thing with doner is it's one or two different kinds of meat that's been ground
Mhm.
together.
Yep, that's exactly what it was.
And so it looks like it's fake meat, but it's not. It's
Oh,
it's
I
been
know, but it's the
blended and
texture of it
processed.
is wrong. I don't
It's
like it. Bleh.
the texture is weird because but it is real meat. I swear.
It's
At least in most
spongy meat.
places,
It's spongy
I, I
meat.
like I like it, but I usually just get like a
I'll
beef
deal with it
shawarma.
if there's enough like tahini sauce or something poured
Oh,
on some
oh
like
God,
gyro
I love
meat. Like
tahini
that,
sauce.
I'm
That stuff is
down.
amazing. But I remember in the past we had a discussion about that Lebanese herbal blend called za'atar that Lev was asking me what it tasted like, and I could not explain it. So that's the reason why we want to find a bakery because they can sell like these herb pies that have za'atar on them. You can try it for yourself. I like it. Take out the S on the front.
It takes.
It's there. You go. It does it automatically. Okay, cool.
Mankish,
Although
Manakesh bakery
I
and
do
grill.
like the idea of Lebanese food.
Oh, I like the idea. Right from the island of Lesbos, a lot of
Yeah,
seafood
exactly.
for some reason. Um,
I'm
This
telling you,
this
there
restaurant
really is
smells
like
very
any kind of
fishy.
food. Look at
See,
it.
there's one of those pies I was talking about. This is not the za'atar herbal pie, but it's one of the pie styles. That's a meat pie.
We eat all the food.
we're gonna eat all the food.
This place looks great. There it
Every
is,
Oh,
right
day we're
there.
trying anew the
The
food.
far right. The far right. You see that?
Yeah.
yep.
Oh, you
Okay,
went past
perfect.
it.
No, it does it itself. It's rotating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in any case, that was za'atar.
Oh, it's back.
So this place has it apparently. I want to go to this place. It looks great.
Okay.
Let's write that one down for
Look
the
at those
list.
rolls. Yo, yeah, Mark, make a
Yeah,
folder, a favorite, something. I'm stuttering from all this food.
we'll make
Yum.
a list of places that we hope to hit, and then but I'm sure also there will be days where we're wandering around and we just stumble into stuff that looks cool.
It's wandering from my location to get to this exact spot. Oh,
Right?
it's a little off the beaten track. We'd have to go on a bit of a journey.
Worth it probably.
Well, it's right next to a cinema. And a market
So
too.
we go out, then we watch Beetlejuice at the movie theater over there, and then we
Yeah,
get
potentially.
Lebanese food.
Yeah,
Yeah. That sounds like a plan.
Dinner and a movie.
yeah. But yeah, I was thinking. I know I brought it up with Lev before, but depending on what your availability overall is like, Raisin, day to day, it might be best to try to do the movie on one of the later days of the trip. Just because movie theaters can be disease factories. So if we're going to be catching a cold while we're
Fair.
there, we should do it towards the end of the trip so we're not spending most of the trip sick. We can be sick on our way home,
I'll
Take the
save
diseases
this
home with you. You'll
one
be
to go.
the
right?
true outbreak patients. Like I'm gonna
Exactly.
infect you and then send you back.
Exactly. Yeah, it can be patient zero for Canada.
Oh,
Sweet.
now in non-food related things, we're also heading over here, aren't we? To the art museum.
Yeah, I was noticing a couple other ones like Rodin Museum. I don't know what that is, but it's close by to this one. The Rocky Steps.
The Rocky Steps, and Raisin wants to go inside into the actual see the art, which I'm
Oh
curious.
yeah, I totally agree.
Uh,
Art galleries are fun.
I like
Usually.
the ones in New York. Um, For this, of course, we need the most important thing in the world, which will be a travel pass. Put 20 on it, and it should see us all right. Just
That's
to get
what.
around.
How long is that? Is that like a pay per use 20, or is that like good for a week thing or something?
It's per trip, isn't it? It's like $2 or $3 per trip. And you just keep
Okay, so
swiping it.
it, it's a prepaid pay per
Card.
use type
Yeah.
daily. Okay, okay.
There'll be a machine in the airport, and you just type
Yeah,
your
I
PIN
use
over.
one of those here locally, actually.
Oh, here's the Dave and Buster's Magicus wants to go to. Right.
Me too.
I've never been in a Dave and Buster's.
Same.
Me neither, but I've got more of a
Seems
reason
very
because we
It's
don't
right
have
crowded.
next
them
to us.
here.
To a steak.
Ooh,
Ooh,
Japanese
oh.
steakhouses are very good, but also
Hibachi is
expensive.
amazing.
Well, this one seems to be only double price rather than triple.
Yeah, there's a decent amount of them around here. Like we have some locally too, like it where I actually
Yeah.
live that
I've
that
only
are fair
been to a
price.
couple of Japanese steakhouses before, but they've been amazing.
Very fancy looking.
Um,
They squirt sake in your mouth from where like they're standing to where you're sitting. It's
they
amazing. As long as you don't
have
mind get a little messy, like it's funny.
they have crazy aim. Like they'll flip a piece of meat up in the air and it'll just land on your plate.
Yeah, you're
The
going for
one
the
place near us
show,
has
yeah.
the bottles are shaped like little chefs, and
Yeah.
the when they squeeze it, it comes out. They have wieners, and it
Oh,
pees
there's
Oh.
in your
delivery
mouth.
though.
Their sake bottles pee in your mouth.
Hot.
It's yeah.
Oh, there's Dirty Frank's.
What's
I'm gonna go
what's
and
that again?
it's
Oh, that's
the
the bar.
dive bar, yeah. I'm definitely gonna go. Raisin, would you like to come with me?
I could certainly check it out. Is that the one that's like right around the corner from where you're staying?
No, that's Scotty's, I think that's one's called. But this is the one that has all
Yeah.
like great murals and all that shit.
Yeah, I'll go to
Hmm.
that one because that one sounds interesting. But I know you
Is that the
mentioned that
one that
you.
had all the local art on the walls?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, yeah. I did want
Yeah,
to see the one with
I'll go
the
see that
'cause
place. But I remember you
they have a
mentioned as
lot of things
well.
that do that.
Yeah, you mentioned that you're probably gonna have one day where you go just like spend a lot of time bar hopping, and I'm probably gonna do something else that day.
Yeah, we
That though,
can
I like when they do that when you can
I'd
actually
like
because
to
you can buy
see.
anything that you can see up there too.
yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I'd like to see this place.
I like the Simpsons mural. Yeah, I want to want to check out this place and it's did that say
I'll be
Weatherspoons?
right back.
Witherspoon.
Oh, Witherspoon. Sonder the Witherspoon,
I don't even know what kind of business that is.
right?
Like, is
Fancy
that a
looking.
store, a cafe? I don't know.
It's a hotel.
Oh, it's a hotel. That looks very
Whoa.
expensive. That looks really
122 per night.
expensive. Okay, a lot less expensive than I thought, actually.
Okay.
That's actually a really good price for what just looked at.
Right? Oh, here's the ale house. That's a big tourist trap. I'm gonna poke my
Mhm.
head in there, take a picture, and then leave.
I'm actually a little bit tempted. If we do this trip again another year, I might stay at Witherspoon. That looked
Weather's
nice.
the weather. You'd have to book it in advance,
Maybe.
but yeah, that's not a bad idea. Um,
Monster Vegan.
where?
Guild House. Oh, that's a little bit south there.
Ooh,
Oh, they show monster movies. Okay.
that's a clever idea.
Yeah. The decor sucks a little bit, but it's kind of cool that they have the movie thing going on. Look at that part's cool. They just had like weird looking walls.
It's very trust fund baby vibe.
Yeah.
Very
Some of this food looks pretty good.
yeah. I'm very okay with vegan food a lot of times.
Obviously, there's a few things that look like meat. Obviously, they're probably like beyond or impossible or whatever they call it,
Yeah, a lot of tofu and the like. But
which is fine.
yeah, and also vegans and love their baked goods because you can get a lot of baked goods that don't have any animal products. But yeah, no, it's I don't know if we find ourselves in that part of the town. Yeah, sure, why not?
Maybe.
It's not. I don't think it's gonna be something we're gonna go out of our way
Uh,
for. Like
yeah, no, I'm not looking for it, but I wouldn't refuse it either.
there's the Cloud Factory Hookah Lounge. Oh, that's another thing there, Krendar. It's all nice and
Ooh.
legal there too. So if
Canela,
you
by
want
the
to,
way. Yeah, I think it is here too. I'm not sure. But Canela, Mediterranean there, I'm curious about.
maybe Greek, maybe Greek, easygoing Greek from kind of team kebabs, eat in or take out.
Yeah, I mean that's what I figured, but I just wanted to peek at it because I'll see if it's good. Looks pretty good.
If it's really hot outside when we're over there, something like this would be perfect because it's nowhere near as heavy as some other meals.
Mm.
Oh, that bread screams to me.
Greek bread and Greek salads and stuff are usually amazing. Yeah, that place looks pretty good. That's a maybe.
Want.
That's
Um,
that's a potential one on the thing.
yeah, I'll add it. Obviously, if there's a good chance we won't end up going to every one of them.
Oh,
Uh,
probably not, but
no,
you know.
but yeah. Middle child sandwich. Casual spot for daytime eats inspired by classic diners and delis plus pantry items to take home, which would be overpriced as fuck, most likely.
Probably. Good name though. I like the
Yeah.
name.
Now let's see further up north. We've been looking at a lot of different places, but not so much north. There's another tap house. That one's more modern looking. Um,
Yeah, it looks a little generic.
Shay's Steaks. Oh, well, you can get your steak there anyway. Looks like a lobby for a fancy hotel.
Could be in. It might literally be in one.
That's
Yeah.
true. Ooh, those fries are good.
But even if it's not in one, it does look like it like one.
That looks like it would be a solid meal, but would it be the best
Yeah.
steaks ever? You know.
Yeah. Also, I'll post at one point, like since we were considering doing like one meal of our own cooking thing at one point, I'll post the recipe I'm thinking of doing so that if anybody has any
Hell
food allergy
bar.
concerns,
Hell bar.
El Bar, it's the bar.
It's under a bunch of train tracks. They really love that bin, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Paps. They better sell Paps for $1 because I can pick up a Paps in America in
Because it's
Cleveland for
worth.
$1. Right? Ooh, that's a Trumpster Bob mural if I've ever seen one.
Mm-hmm.
God, they really love Paps.
I just like the fact that it's a very Spanish leaning bar and there's not a Corona to be found. They know that's the fake shit.
It's Foster's for Mexico. Oh,
Exactly.
The Shrek pinball machine, one of the more superior pinball machines ever made.
Mm.
It's also like a local bar that would be fun to be your local bar. Looks like there'd be a lot of cool
It
shit
seems popular.
going. There's Middle Child Clubhouse. Middle Child, I guess, is a brand.
I guess so.
Weird.
Maybe it's just that the sandwich place is owned by that place. Yeah,
Maybe.
but I don't know if it's a chain or not. Maybe.
So I'm gonna go back down here now, and we're gonna look at what a lot of people are curious about, the hatchet throwing place,
Mm-hmm.
which also has a bar as well, and a gift shop
When
and
you're
all that
throwing
shit.
when you're throwing axes, you got to make sure you're drunk, right?
Did
That's
you never?
safe.
Did you see that Jason Momoa video from his little workshop clubhouse with him and the boys? He just drinks beer and throws hatchets all days. That's what he does for
So
fun.
he's living the life, isn't he?
Well, yeah, he kind of won the genetic lottery, and then he won the
Uh-huh.
financial lottery.
You really did.
He's doing all right. Um, so yeah,
And from
this
what I
was.
understand, he's actually a decent fella as well. On top of that,
Mhm. So yeah, here's burying the hatchet. It's basically you're just gonna throw fucking hatchets, and I recently found out that Ireland is the world champion hatchet throwing um, uh, in women's. So I feel the need to live up to my country's skill with throwing axes by throwing axes.
nice.
Um,
Be a proper Celt berserker.
Hell yeah! Whoa, you need to create some
That's
woad,
down at
Ray.
the waterfront, right?
Yeah, no, this is up near our apartment. Um,
Down at the waterfront.
Actually, were the
the
here's a question: were the Picts Irish or Scottish?
the Picts were neither. They were a part of the Celtic group that eventually became the Scots.
They're the Proto Scots. Okay.
In a way, yeah. The Scots had other people, including Irish, who added into them. And one day, just the Scots stopped being the Picts stopped being Picts and started being Scots. They just kind of married out of themselves, more or less. Um, so
There they are.
yeah, it's $25 if I remember right.
That's not bad, actually.
But we have to book it in advance. So I'm guessing the first day after we arrive, we should before we do anything for fun or whatever, just come up here and book in like an hour or something like that. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
because afterwards, we can just we can chill after that because I don't want to go up to the to it with some people and then find out that they're booked out. Um, but yeah, on top of the hatchets, you can also do things like flinging shovels
Oh, that sounds
and
awkward.
shovels and ninja stars as well.
Oh, interesting. I can't
Uh,
imagine shovels being very aerodynamic, but worth worth a try, I guess.
yep. Oh, there's a video of it. I'm forgetting how small hatchets are.
Well, because this would be made for the throw-in, right? You don't want them to be too heavy.
Nice. I've done archery. I've never actually flung hatchets before. What about you guys?
I've technically done archery, but not since like summer camp when I was a kid, so 35 plus years ago.
I
Probably closer to 40.
I've used I used an actual like Welsh longbow made of yew, and it's a nightmare to pull back, especially when you're a fucking child.
Yeah, I would imagine so. I haven't done anything else other than like, darts.
Yeah. Oh, I
Uh,
suck at darts. So I'll probably look at this.
Raisin, have you done any of that stuff?
Darts. I've played darts. Yeah.
No,
I've never
hacked
thrown
it.
axes.
Yeah.
I have, um, well, like 3 at a Ren fair, but I don't know that that really counts. It was more like a fair game. It wasn't like an organized place for it like
I mean,
this,
kind
as
of
much as it was
counts.
amongst like the carny things, you know?
Yeah, I don't think it matters if it was organized or not. You did the act.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know if I was good at it or anything, but yeah. So
Yeah.
this is that is this here, I'm gonna throw this in the Discord because I'm curious if this is the same place.
I
Because
always wonder
this
how things
one,
like throwing knives and throwing, or especially throwing axes,
Row
like
house. Okay, this
they,
looks
they like
different.
they spin when you throw them, right? So how do they always make?
this one's on at Harbor Park. Like, you remember what we walked through when we walked past all the thing with all the locks, and there was clearly like everything set out so that there'd be like food vending on the streets and everything, but it was
Yeah.
all closed. That's Harbor Park. That's what I thought you were talking about, was that throwing place.
No, our place is burying the hatchet. It's a few blocks north
It's
of our apartment.
Okay. All right, well, if we end up
the
down
place
at the
looks cool too,
waterfront, there's
though.
another throwing place down there too. We can
Yeah,
compare them if
that's
you
true.
want.
Yeah, there
Um,
you go.
Since
I'm
Yeah, I
that's what
always
everybody's most
wonder.
jazzed
I'm not
about, why
married.
not try all the places?
Yeah, well,
That
yeah,
one's new too.
true.
I've always kind of wondered, like, because they spin when you throw them, like, how often does it hit handle first?
Email availability. Oh, they don't make it easy to just to purchase a target.
My land. You gotta be good. Where's Frank? Frank throws axes.
Who?
Geek room Frank?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Um, this looks more like an actual like a sort of like going to a festival and something like that. They'd set it up rather than a building where you axe throwing is kind of like darts, but with axes, if you're in the Great Philadelphia area, will come right to you and turn your backyard or event into a private axe throwing venue for the
yeah.
day. It's fun, fresh, and exciting. Yeah, it's not. That's not really useful to us, is it? Not unless you want
No.
to host these people at your place. There,
Yeah, I mean it's okay. We already got the other place, Burning the Hatchet or whatever it was called,
right?
right?
Um,
Yeah.
Alright.
yeah. But you did remind me though, Raisin. Let's go down to the waterfront and actually have a look around these parts because Dave and Buster's up there. That Japanese place is up there.
The arcade is there too.
Do you remember what that was?
Dave
The
and
arcade's
Buster's,
down a little
yeah.
bit from it, but yeah.
Mm,
There it is.
I'll start at Dave
The
and Buster's.
arcade is where the skate rink and everything is.
Here's Dave. Eat, drink, and play. What sports?
No.
What sports? Eat.
No.
There's something
Yes.
menacing about this marquee. It's
Right.
like it's very robotic.
Although I think we should probably not eat in the Dave and Buster's because it's probably not as good as other places, I would
No,
imagine.
especially if
But
that Japanese place, which is like down here or somewhere, is there. Like, why the hell?
yeah,
Yeah,
if you guys are interested in those, I've been to some Japanese steakhouses before, and they're usually great.
yeah, yeah. Although, if we want to have the best of both worlds, we could get like a share platter of like super cheap wings just to nibble on
Oh
with
yeah,
our drink.
maybe.
Because
Yeah,
apparently
yeah,
they are really cheap and they're not terrible. But yeah, we're not going to fill up on food in Dave and Buster's. At least I'm not.
yeah.
Um,
Maybe a shared snack sounds doable. Yeah.
yeah, something to uh, have alongside like a pitcher of mid crappy beer. But yeah, so we'll go down to the God. That's a nice bridge. Um, so we'll go down here to Penn's Landing. Whee! Now I've made everything blue. Why are you blue? Why?
Dabba dee dabba da.
I'm blue. I'm in car park. I don't want to come all this way to Walnut Plaza. Is that nearby the Walnut Grove?
That says walnut. That says walnut, please.
Walnut, please. Christopher Columbus Boulevard. Ah, yes, so Christopher Columbus, known for being in Philadelphia.
Or
Um,
George Washington
and,
Bridge.
and other good
well,
things,
he at least did go to Philly.
as opposed to the other thing.
What the hell? Mummers Museum.
Yee.
Mummers, as
They
in
have well, the Mummers Day Parade is the New Year's Day Parade, and they have like clubs and they prepare for it all year. They have like the feathers. It's pretty wild. It's like a competition. It's
again.
like a
Here's
big
more
old
of the
crowd and
great
like all the
murals.
past costumes and stuff. So,
Yeah, I
yeah,
like
there's
it.
a lot of art in that area.
Yeah. Oh, even.
Ooh.
Well, that's the museum. That looks trippy.
It's cool. It'd probably be pretty wild inside.
Hmm. Hmm. I'm not against it. Um, I have a feeling.
Have you ever seen clips or anything of the Mummers Day Parade?
No.
No.
It's a big old to do around here.
All right.
Parades be like that.
Let's see. Any interest of any is to go to a casino?
No.
Same.
0.
Never gambled ever.
Me
Oh, I've
neither.
gambled, but it's never hooked me, which is weird because Irish people are famous for being very addicted to gambling, especially horse racing.
Well, good for you for resisting the stereotypes, or at least one
I have,
stereotype.
yeah, I have a different type of stereotype when it comes to the Irish. Considering I'm drinking a fucking beer as
Bar
I'm
back on screen as he says this.
right.
Mhm.
Wait, are they playing fucking video games? They are.
Yeah, that happens
Yeah,
in some
they have
places.
screens all over the
Oh,
place in
that
the
guy's
bars
playing
here.
Pac-Man, I think.
Ooh. He is
Sick.
fucking
Good on
class.
him. Actually, yeah, we've got a video
Oh,
game bar here.
Punch Out.
There's a video game bar here in my town called the Fuzzy Pixel.
I like that. Oh, I didn't know this for the longest time. When I went to Columbus very briefly, I was only there for a few hours. I went to a bar called like the 16-bit bar, and it was full of
Mhm.
classic arcade games and shit. I didn't know this until this year, but there was one of the first DP fan meetups ever was in that bar. And
Nice.
I just didn't know. But I did notice Chelsea of all people back when I was doing that was sending me message, not sending me message, but liking the bar. And a part of me was joking to myself, oh, I wonder if she ever was there. Of course she was there. It's probably the first time she met TJ.
Maybe.
Um, this place looks okay, although everyone looks like they're actors.
Yeah, maybe. Food looks all right.
It looks,
Well, except for those fries, they look pretty
yeah,
bland.
they look as
What's
black.
wrong with them fries?
You gotta blanch your fries. Come on.
Blanche. Yeah, playpen.
You
Yeah,
gotta double cook your
if you know how to
fries.
make fries, it's not gonna be popping around here as much as you want it to be. They're
I mean,
easy.
fries are not gonna be the main focus of my exploring.
This is sure.
Yeah, and hell, you can just put us all in their place with some fucking poutine. So
Yeah.
yeah, push comes to beer, bread, kitchen, and gammon.
I'll have to see how many places in Philly are claiming to have poutine and how wrong they are about it.
We'll have to run by
I've,
Poutine on.
Canadians.
I've heard of a lot of American places being like, we've got poutine, but it's just like, okay, it's fries and gravy, but you put like Swiss cheese or cheddar cheese or something on it, which is probably good. That's probably good, but it's not poutine. You got to be. It's a very specific kind of cheese you got to use to count as
Interesting.
poutine, and that is
So
called
are you gonna
cheese
make us
curds.
some so we can compare it?
Yeah, you will have the
I
kitchen.
don't know if I'm not very good at making gravy. I'll be honest.
But
But
always get the English gravy, the pre-made stuff that's just powder.
yeah, you need to have the proper cheese available. Is the thing.
Ooh, this looks like a venue.
But if we trip across those things, we could try crab fries.
World
Chicken Pete's
famous
got good
crab
food.
fries.
I am
Yeah,
curious.
it's a sports bar, but they do have real good food.
Eh,
I'm not getting
we can
sports
tolerate
bar.
I can tolerate the existence of sports as long as I'm having good food.
I remember
Right? I will never
Raisin.
turn down a trip to Chicken and Pete's, but there's TVs everywhere, but it's still good food.
Raisin, do you remember when originally I was going to go over there and we were going to see a hockey game, and then we pushed it back to maybe we'd go out to a sports bar and watch a hockey game on the
Well,
bar TV.
I don't think there were hockey games
Eh.
while you were here, and
Nope,
if there were, they were very expensive.
extremely expensive.
When the minor league is playing, like AHL,
Smoking Joe Frazier.
they're all right prices. Still hockey, fun.
So
Financial Field. What a name.
right.
It's always owned by
The place
banks.
is
All of our fields are always
yeah,
bank owned.
here too.
All right. So we've been looking at food a lot, but we can't just be
As we,
shoving our face
as we sh-
as we
as we
definitely
should
should.
be.
But
Mhm.
there are other things to life. So anything that's jumping out to anyone else, a landmark that we can't miss and shit like that.
What is what is the adventure involved with the aquarium? And
Aquarium.
how
Ooh, the
and I wonder how
tunnels.
expensive that is.
I
Oh,
like
that
that
looks
aquarium.
awesome.
It's
Oh, I
over
like
in
the tunnels.
Camden, but it's a
If
nice aquarium.
if
We
the
go out
price
to
is
the
Air
reasonable, we
conditioning is
should.
great.
If the
Mhm.
price is reasonable, we should do this. If you just for the tunnels.
The shark tunnel is cool. They'll take your picture in there too, and you can get them printed.
$35.
They have a lot of. Yeah, it's pretty decent.
Not terrible. Not terrible.
It takes you can pretty much spend a good part of like a full day there. Like
That,
go in the
that might,
morning and leave at like
all right.
The
late dinner time if
penguin
you want. Like
encounter.
That could
Oh,
be a day. I see no penguin there.
I
I mean, if you
know.
like fish, it takes like you and you're taking your time and you're actually watching the tanks and hanging
Yeah.
out with the the octopuses and stuff. And
P-
yeah, they have a pretty
Toads.
cool octopus there. He looks a little
Here's a major
sad. I think he needs
factor.
a bigger tank.
We don't have a.
They
We
have
don't.
jellyfish tubes too, like where it's just like these pillars and
I
in the
saw them
water,
in
Oh.
and there's
Omaha
jellyfish in
with the
them
tiny
that
little baby
are all lit up.
jellyfish all bouncing about doing jellyfish things.
They're so cute.
Of course, sometimes you see the ones that are just dead and they don't get rid of them from the tanks and it's floating there.
No, this aquarium you will not see dead fish. I promise. Unless they're feeding them to something, you will not see dead fish at Adventure Aquarium. They're very
Oh, here's the.
good.
Oh, here's the thing. You said you wanted to take us ice skating.
I sent links for them, yeah, but the Independence ice skating is the season that you came over before. It's a roller rink right now.
Which would also be fine.
I think there was also talk previously about some sort of like
The
fun
arcade
with
is over there.
museum thing.
The Mutter Museum, is that what we're talking about?
It was like rooms where there's like weird perspective tricks and stuff.
Oh, the
I don't
illusion
know.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what it was called, but that was something we talked about before.
I know where it is though. That is off on in
Los
South Street.
Galos. Los Galos.
What you're looking at there is pretty much the base of South Street.
Mm,
Remember, we walked from there to South Street to the bar. Sorry, I mean.
which bar?
If you close the thing there, you can probably see more stuff. There you go.
Because I don't know exactly
It
what
looked
it.
pretty cool. It looked like an episode of Brain Games you could walk through. I checked out the website pretty thoroughly. Hold on, I'll pull it up and throw it in the DM.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Giant
The Dead Fleet.
historical landmark.
Though it doesn't seem to be existing. So there's not even any.
Like there's nothing to look at.
Oh,
Here,
there it
yeah.
is.
Oh.
Ooh, that's macabre.
Oh, that'd be kind of interesting, maybe.
Take a picture
I
of
don't know
it.
if that's I don't know if we'd be able to see it very well, but if possible. Museum of Illusions. Yeah, there you go.
That's the one. We'll bring that up now. Whoa, even the thing is all trippy.
Right? The whole website is like that.
Nice.
Spruce Street Harbor Park is the when we walked up from the arcade and the rink, then we walked past the place that was closed. That's Spruce Street. And then South Street is right up from that.
That's how.
Yeah, this thing could be a thing we do one
The
day.
exhibits page is cool.
Hit exhibits and just reset.
That's what you're on. Yeah.
Oh, right. Installations.
And that tells you a little bit about each of them.
You won't believe your eyes.
That lady had a beard.
Why is his head so small? Small head. Whoa. Drugs.
The clone table looks weird.
It's actually just a couple of completely normal rooms, but they slip you some LSD on the way in.
They probably saved him a lot of money. All right, let's say the 13th. Let's pick a random one. Say 11:40.
Oh, I watched that website a couple different times. I've never seen a day go by yet where you couldn't buy tickets the day of.
I don't like the way it's
on the
not giving the
website.
price though. Just show me.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
I think when I checked
Oh,
out
$22.
Okay.
for 3 people, I think it was like, yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay,
That sounds reasonable.
that's fine. Sell tickets at the door. Door is limited and not guaranteed. Please purchase your ticket online. Best ticket prices are found online. All right. Well, yeah, I want to check that out.
Yeah.
can go to a wall moot.
Super center. That sounds very douchey.
Extreme. I haven't been told I love you by a greeter in a long time though, so I might
That's
walk.
that
I
is
don't know
so
if they have
creepy.
greeters anymore so much as just loss prevention people at the door.
I mean, here's the thing. I think that's what they always were. They've just stopped pretending otherwise.
No, dude, man, they used to actually pay people to just say hi. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the point, what I'm saying though, is I'm pretty sure those people were also watching people leaving.
Gooey Louie's?
They
Oh,
might
what
try,
a
but the ones
name.
that stand by the door that are on loss prevention actually get paid more than the people in the deli.
Yeah.
What are you, Gooey
They
Louie's?
don't
Why
do
do you
anything. They're not allowed to touch anybody, so I don't even know why.
well,
Yeah, that's a good point.
Look at that. Look at that hot mess of a delicious sandwich. Oh, that's done
but
right.
the name's Gooey
Mm.
Louie's. It sounds like
Yeah.
ruining the term cheese pull.
Mm.
It's
Gooey Louie's sounds like a little hole in the wall place I could trust.
definitely a hole in the wall, a
If
glory
they're trying to
hole.
make your cheesesteak look good, don't trust them. It's gonna have too much lettuce or something on it. That's the way that shit should look. Just heave it on the roll and give it to me.
Yeah.
Look at that. Happy people. Yeah.
Oh.
They got t-shirts.
It's got potential.
Probably be all. Oh, look at the rolls on sale and shit too.
We could pick up
Mhm.
some nice breads and the like, and then go.
Potato loaf.
Ooh, nice. Why are you all looking at me when you say potato loaf?
No reason.
Raw.
Irishman.
This might be a good first blast for a cheesesteak for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down. Like that. They're not even trying to make it look good.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who lets it look that sloppy knows the food is speaking for itself.
Mm-hmm.
Bork
The
bar.
fancier it looks, the more effort they put into it, and the more you have to be maybe worried.
Oh, this looks like it could be a nice evening. It's a rooftop bar.
Ooh, those tacos are looking pretty good too, or whatever they are.
Where is that?
Taco-ish. Bach
Um,
bar.
Bok bar. Let's go on Street View and have a gander and look up. Kind of a bit on the. No, it wouldn't be here. Oh, it must be in this building then. That doesn't look right. It's like some sort of government building or a school.
Right, it's so weird to find some shit in the city sometimes. You'd be
Oh,
looking
there
for
it
it.
is.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
look like.
Bok bar, and
Right.
it's on the roof of a vocational school.
Does it say a
Okay.
boarding school? What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a vocation school.
Wow. These buildings have
Oof.
seen better
Does
days.
that get burned out? Like, what in the heck?
Have we entered Junkie Town yet?
Looks
Maybe.
like.
You don't want to go over on the wrong streets.
Yeah.
We're not going
Oh,
here late at
here's
night. I'll
here
tell
we
you
are.
that.
Oh well, no, I want to see the sunset though. So this is it, yeah, Buck Bar.
I would not want to be
What
in
an
this
odd
neighborhood
entry.
in the dark.
And they got some rented space, and they probably didn't think how odd it would look.
Mm.
Artisans what the fuck? Artisans Bunlanger Pastel.
Boulanger. It's French. Boulanger pâtissier.
It's the
Pâtissier
bread
being
place.
like, yeah, or as it says below that, baker.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what boulanger means, but pâtissier is baker. French bakery. Probably fairly pretentious, honestly.
Look at that! Look at that hipsters. What's a gaggle of? What's a grouping of hipsters? Is it a gaggle?
I don't know what it is. Oh, a scene. Yes, that sounds
A
pretty good.
scene of hipsters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obscene
Or
of
possibly a
hipsters.
camp.
A camp of hipsters. That's not bad.
I don't like this version of the map view. I like the more because when it's so detailed, it's actually hard to read things. Yeah, I like this view much better. It's much more utilitarian, useful.
up near here where we are. Oh, there's a pizza place.
There's probably those things all over the place, right?
Oh, sure, but that's our nearest one. So if we ever want to bring back
Mexican or
pizza,
traditional toppings.
okay.
Ooh, looks good.
Hmm.
Looks quite good, actually.
Looks better than the
Mm.
standard, just regular old pizza, yeah.
See, I'm telling you, all the corner shops like this, that's where it's at.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know what the hell that is. I've
oh,
never seen that
oh.
before.
It looks like some kind of like churro made into a snowflake that needs my mouth.
It's it's a chocolate pinwheel.
Yes, please. Oh, I
Hell
don't
yeah.
know about those weird slices of avocado, but everything else, yes.
I think avocado is all right in small amounts because
And
it can blend.
guacamole,
It'll
need
blend into other
seasoning.
things, like one or two slices of avocado in something else, like a salad or a sandwich or something. It'll blend in, but just like
Hmm.
chowing down on like 5 slices of avocado by themselves, no thanks.
To be fair, I think I have had slices on a burger, but that, like you were saying,
That
like it
can
just
work
blends in it so it gets lost in all the other
because
stuff on the burger. Like
Here's
it's got a
Scotty's.
mild
just
flavor
a
by
sauce.
itself. Yeah,
Oh, crabs?
Yeah,
Not
this is
crabs, it's
Scotty's
crabs.
bar. This is the nearest bar to us. The one that's clearly just a local bar run from a
soul
local people.
food.
And we're probably also going to
All
be
right.
the only Caucasian people there.
No, I mean, a lot of Philly's filled with or South Philly filled with Italian and Irish in the neighborhood.
So what you're telling me
The
is this
whole
food is
mummers thing,
awesome.
yeah,
That's what I'm getting a
Irish.
vibe of. Oh well, yeah, fair enough. There you are.
I could go for some soul food crabs.
Yeah,
One of those Sammys
PBR.
or something.
but we're going to and you know what else? I guarantee it won't break the bank.
No, that looks good. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go get a
and look how close
Yeah.
it is
thing
to
of
to
crabs
our
to
home.
snack on
Right.
on the way
And
out,
the
Yeah.
and some
apart.
cheesesteaks on the way out to get some Lebanese food.
Yeah, we're gonna have a long
Yeah.
walk in between each to justify the next meal.
Justify. Fuck that.
I want to leave this week being rolled to my van. Is that acceptable? I just want
Yeah,
to be like the
Yeah.
blueberry
Yeah.
girl in Willy Wonka
I,
by
I
the
was I
end.
was
There
thinking
you go.
Bender when he died as a human in Futurama and he was
I
wooing,
mean,
woo, woo.
I'm going to be getting some exercise and going on a diet after I get home from this, but not while I'm here.
Well, you are on holiday. Uh,
Exactly.
so yeah, there's a lot
Yeah,
going
that
on right now that is intriguing, but at the same time, I feel like we're forgetting something. I can't really think what it is.
I don't know what it is. I forgot.
How far out
Wow.
could we get on the subway? Do you know?
How far out would we want to get, for that matter, as well?
My,
Until you run out of stuff to care about.
well, we can maybe go down to Wilmington.
Uh,
Delaware. Woo!
Hallieville.
Oh, there's the airport. I keep thinking the airport's up in the north of Philly, but no.
Guess not.
Huh. We could
Well,
also
that's where
think
we're
of
driving.
yeah. If we also wanted, we could even take a day trip out to somewhere like New York is only 2 hours away, but even if not,
Eh,
we'd end up outside of Princeton and go and see all the classic buildings in Princeton.
maybe. Maybe
Go to
that.
school and be like, "Oh wow, we're poor. I forgot that we're really poor. These people are not poor." I feel like I'm lowering the property value just walking around the place.
It feels good. Take that, Richies.
The trustiest of fund babies. And look, everyone who's taking a picture always has to have their fucking ring involved. We get it.
Well,
Your dad's rich.
I think it's the same person because they did the exact same hand gesture both times too. Also, who wears a ring on their thumb? That's weird.
It's a class ring.
Is that traditionally worn on the thumb?
I believe is. I might be wrong. obviously, if we go there, if we were to go there, the only reason we'd go into the school. On the other end of the spectrum, of course, we could go out to a city much more our class and style in the form of Atlantic City. Hi, kids. Want to get stabbed by a hooker at 3 a.m.?
That is definitely not my style or level. I am above that. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Brigantine's nicer, and you can see Atlantic City from across the water. It's clean. Brigantine
mhm.
Island's the way to go if you're gonna
Isn't
go anywhere
Atlantic
near
City
Atlantic
one of
City.
those casino towns?
It's
Yeah, it
very
is.
much a casino
It
town.
sure
It's a
is.
rundown casino town. Trump owns a
Yeah.
good chunk of it. His old building's
So
still up.
He definitely had
so
a
fuck
casino
that
over there
place.
and got in trouble because he was firing women for it. They that part of their interview process, he made measurements, and
Yeah,
if they
God.
gained weight or changed their measurements, they got fired, and then
Yeah,
the
and they legally got
police
around
issued with
that
that.
by saying that they are not that you are not waitresses, you are models that serve. That was the name,
Yep, whole
and
town
they
wasn't happy, and he did
uh,
some slumlord stuff over in New York City. Like
yeah, well,
I
his
don't
son definitely
understand
still
how
is.
anybody here
He's
ever
the
defends
biggest
him.
slumlord in New York.
Gross.
But years later, Ocean's 13 had that exact same plot point for the main villain. He does the exact same thing. Does that say Trump Plaza back on there?
Huh,
Yep, Trump
Plaza.
Park. Yeah. Yeah, this place is
Yeah,
a fucking
let's
sty, an absolute
yeah,
sty. I've been there before.
let's definitely not.
Other end
The
of the
other thing
spectrum, I don't
the
know
other
it.
thing with the nice architecture one that though we were looking at before Atlantic City, it looked nice though. I've
Oh
forgotten
yeah,
the
that's
name already.
Princeton. Princeton.
Princeton, yeah.
There's also Trenton. I don't know much about Trenton.
I don't know anything about it.
Trenton makes, the world takes. That sounds bitter.
Yeah, I was gonna say they got a bit of a chip on their shoulder,
The
it sounds
factory
like.
towns can be like that.
Uh,
That's where I was born, is in Trenton.
Yeah.
oh, and that you
I wasn't
recommend?
living there. We were living over by Washington's Crossing
That
actually,
spot looks nice.
but
Mm,
Everything else looks
they
pretty meh.
needed to go deliver me in an official medical center as opposed to their hippie medical center which they had picked because I was a
No.
C-section, so we had to go over to Trenton.
no. There's not really enough inland a bit, although I know in this vast sway of land is somewhere Magicus lives, I do believe.
He's more north, isn't he? I thought he was in New York State.
Is he? Oh, wait, is he around Harrisburg?
Unless I'm remembering wrong.
Oh, we could always go to Harris. Yeah, we could always go to Harrisburg. No, I was right. Yeah, I could always go to Harrisburg and show you guys where I worked and shit like that. But probably the building's been torn down by now, and I don't remember anything really about anything about the town.
You're trying to forget.
Alcohol helped. There was a really nice deli. I got a meatball sandwich that was bigger than my arm. It was great.
Mm.
Yeah, Harrisburg's Harrisburg. I thought it was a really nice bar. Yes, again, the stereotype has to come out. There always has to be a story involving a bar. But
I like
wait.
you're sounding exasperated with the Irish people drinking stereotype coming up again after you're the one that brought it up.
Well, as I was saying, I was like, oh, again. But
I've done it to myself, yeah.
there's Baltimore. We could go and see a
Tomorrow.
certain a certain beanie wearing guy who's not Tim Pool. We could also
Because
maybe
I
go and
don't
see.
see Tim Pool. That guy sucks.
I think I'd rather pick Tim
Drives.
Pool.
DC's
DC's
within driving
very
distance. New
nearby as
York
well.
City's
Yeah,
within
if we
driving
were to go there,
distance.
we'd go to Washington.
Baltimore Inner Harbor is in driving distance. Yeah, pretty much anything from New York City down to DC
I'd
It's
like to
the
is
go to
doable.
Washington
It's less
never.
than 3 hours.
just to go to the mall.
You can go up to the Pocono Mountains too, and they
Oh,
have all kinds of like um, paintball and stuff up there. But that's not city. Like that's
Ceviche
That's
Gastro Bar.
mountain town.
That sounds expensive. Click on Ceviche Gastro Bar up there. I want to see how douchey this place looks.
Peruvian. Oh, it's only got €2
Or how
mark.
expensive. Oh, that's
Well, they're gonna be
mildly
using
surprising.
gastronomy, so they're gonna have like little juice balls and different things that are Like, look at those drinks. Yeah, there's little
I've had some
$2 ones.
amazing. I've only ever had ceviche once, but it was amazing, and it was also far too expensive. But maybe they have a more
Oh, that's cool.
reasonable version of it here.
It's facing the White House. You think they're going to be cheap?
I mean, I didn't think they were going to be cheap as soon as I saw the word ceviche and also the word gastrobar, but I'm
Um,
surprised it wasn't 3 or 4 or 5 euro marks though. So
uh,
Not
but
bad.
yeah, this
Smithsonian. Ooh,
well, yeah, it's
yeah.
you did play Fallout 3, I do recall, I do believe.
Yeah, it's been so long ago.
The mall is just it's a well, it's a hell of a thing.
It's a potential idea for part of the trip, maybe. Yeah.
We spend a day there. At most we grab something to eat and then we just grab a train back, or if people are driving or
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean, if we're going there, we got to attempt the Smithsonian at least, right?
Hmm. There's a state capital, of course.
Meh.
Uh, these would all just be places for pictures. It's not like we're going to go inside.
Yeah.
Although I know sometimes you can go into the upper galleries and watch proceedings down in.
Ugh.
It wouldn't even be anything like really important. It would be like local tariff laws and like zoning board shit.
Uh,
Yeah, but you could then say you saw it.
Meh.
Yeah. But yeah, it's. I would like to. Is that what I think it was? Yeah, Ford's Theater. Bang bang.
Bang bang.
Do 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 do. Womp womp womp. Yeah, I've never been to Washington. Would love to go. It's not the end of the
Yeah.
world cost or distance.
It's a trek, but if you guys like, you're not like you're in America and you're that close to it and you want to see it, it's you know.
Yeah.
I'll go once.
My
Uh,
candy ass takes shit like that for granted because I grew up in this area, so all of it's always, it's weird. Parts of Pennsylvania are I wouldn't consider that easily drivable, but to go to New York City or Washington D.C. is.
oh yeah, I
I've
did.
never been to anything anywhere near any of these places. Like I've been to
Really?
Nevada and I've been to Michigan and I've been to Seattle. That's it.
Yeah, definitely not East Coast. East Coast is different.
Yeah.
Everywhere around every little pocket of the states kind of has their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There's stuff we share, but like
Is
especially
this
with food.
is this considered to be part of New England or is that only more north stuff?
That's a little north
More
more
north,
than.
you'd have to go above New York for that, or
Yeah.
next to New York for
Yeah,
that.
Mass and Connecticut and places.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
there's my city right there.
Yeah.
Ottawa. Not Toronto.
I still have when I went to see
Mhm.
Marshall and Faith in Buffalo. I still have that tagged in. I don't live there anymore, so it's not
Mm.
exactly jumping it. But how close I was to Niagara Falls, and I didn't go. That's where
I've been
right
there on
on.
the
You didn't
Canadian
go?
side.
I
No,
went to a
well,
wedding in Rochester, and I made my way over to Niagara Falls before we went home.
Nice.
we ate sandwiches and we went to a jazz bar, and then we went home and we watched Malcolm in the Middle and we went to sleep. That's what we did.
And of course, a
What?
little farther northeast of here is the town that one of my favorite YouTubers and one of my least favorite YouTubers is in, which would be Montreal.
Yeah. Am I talking to a
Home of
Canadian?
Ryan George and also unfortunately the Christian Vistian. What was
Oh,
that guy's real name again?
begins with V, doesn't it?
Vigilant Christian.
Yeah, Mario.
But I don't Mario, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The French guy, Mario.
Um,
I only know one French guy from YouTube, and it's JF. And I don't know him, and thankfully,
Actually,
personally, just
he's
I
also
had
from
too
there,
close an interaction.
mm.
Ugh.
which is how you know he's fake French, not proper real French.
So, I'm eventually, I've never been to Boston. No, I'm not saying for this trip; it's too far away. But I got to get back to Boston. Knew a girl from Rhode Island.
Yeah, Boston is where New England begins, right?
Connecticut,
That's
yeah.
part of New England, yeah.
A little further south.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely by the time you're there.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
part of it. Yeah,
Worcester.
the main a state I've always been fascinated with. But oh, there's Bar Harbor, aka Far Harbor.
Far Harbor.
Harbormen take care of themselves.
Far Harbor.
It's
Money,
really nice.
money.
Mystic Seaport is up there too. Mystic Seaport is beautiful. I love Mystic.
This, of
We
course,
have
is
an
all
aquarium
Stephen
too.
King land. Wall to wall ghosts everywhere.
Yeah. At least Far Harbor was not as insanely overpowered enemies as the other DLC was.
Nuka World.
No. Actually, no. Wait. I'm thinking of a different Fallout
Like Fallout
that had
3 with
yeah,
the swamp folk out of Maryland.
the Swamp Folk, and then there was also the desert one with the gigantic flies, Cazadors or something.
New Vegas? Oh, you're thinking of the Big Empty.
No, there was another one that was more indigenous-ish.
Oh, Zion.
Yeah,
Uh,
Zion. Yeah. I just remember
Honest Mark.
the enemies, the giant flies in that area, and the swamp dwelling hick folk in the other one.
Mm.
They were just insanely powerful. Enough. You could tell whoever designed these enemies was like an intern or something. They did not know how to do
Power
power
creep
balance
was
properly.
and they were just
Not even just power creep. Like it was just like these guys are 3 times stronger than the guys at the end game of the main campaign were.
um.
It was nuts.
I know a lot of people wanted me to do the meetup in Detroit, but I mean,
Yeah,
come on,
gross.
come on.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, Bloomingham's in the south. I've been to Bloomington, but I thought that was the north of Indiana. And of course, that's as far west as I've ever been. Boop. From
I
here
feel
on
like
out.
Philly was a good choice there. We got one person that's local and other people who are close by.
Yeah.
I mean, out of all the people that are coming, nobody's having to travel more than a couple of hours, other than you and me.
Me. Yeah.
I
Um,
meant out of the
Yeah,
people
I'm
who
pretty
are
sure
already
Magicus is
Americans,
only about an hour north of us. I don't
right?
think he's quite up to New York. I don't want to like out live
Obviously,
where
yeah,
I'm pretty sure I know where he lives, but I'm not going to say that while we're live. You know what I mean? That's
yeah.
his thing to do.
right, yeah. Obviously, it would have been a long trip for you no matter what, there, Lev.
Yeah.
And
I usually pick the East Coast because it's just the quickest. If it's heading past Chicago, it's starting to enter unknown territories for me. So in 2025, hopefully going to Vancouver. Vancouver Island at that. So
mm-hmm.
we'd have to grab a
Vancouver Island's nice. I go there a
ferry.
lot.
Well, then it'll
Although
you on the other boat. A foot, you'll be
I
able
don't
to
think
film both sides.
I don't think I've ever been farther north than Nanaimo or so before, though.
I don't know where.
The farthest west I've ever been here is Casper.
Yeah, no, I go to Victoria a lot because
Oh,
I've got family out there. Whenever I go on a trip to visit family, it's Victoria, BC. I'm going to.
oh, Casper.
Nice island out there.
Oh, there's
Nice.
Eddington.
Casper, can we drop in on Cobes?
Right? I don't think I even knew Cobes
Tate
existed when I was
Geological
out there.
Museum. I didn't know Tate had a museum.
It was just
Yeah.
They
everything's
have the
just
tiniest airport I've ever seen with my eyes in Casper.
Oh,
It's ridiculous.
it's 3 planes in a hangar.
Pretty much. Maybe not even that. I don't. I don't like.
Mhm.
I feel like I don't know. It was wild. It was very very small. You didn't have to like figure out where you were going. Like you came out of the gate. You came into the one room where you would do everything. It was all in one room.
I
This is
think I've been to
one
a
big old
smaller.
room building.
Yeah, I've been to a smaller airport than this, but not very often.
This sounds like the city I went to high school in had an airport like this. So I
It was
feel you
very
on that
easy.
one.
Nah,
Mm.
I've been to smaller ones.
It
There
was
was
very nice. It was just small. It was like a might as well be like a car rental place or something.
um. All right, I think we've kind of exhausted the things that we really wanted to talk about.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, something I heard of recently that's crazy and on at least adjacent topic. Have you heard of this weird TikTok trend of people who are raw dogging their flights?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yep,
Insanity.
I have.
It's another toxic masculinity. I want to show off how manly I am. Bullshit. Although maybe not toxic because it's not hurting anybody else. But
There's a video game about it now.
yeah. So
Tell me
the
what you're
idea
talking
is I'm about to. So it involves taking a flight. I think they only do it on long flights because it's supposed to be a bragging rights thing. You go on your flight, and if you're raw dogging your flight, you're basically passing your time through sheer willpower and like discipline. You're not
Yeah.
allowed to read books, play video games, watch movies, eat anything, drink anything, use the bathroom. You just sit there
What?
and you know how they have the map in front of you usually on flights these days?
Yeah, you can pull up.
You sit
yeah.
there and you stare at that map for the entire flight and you do nothing else. For
It's
like
so childish because that's what my
So
autistic
did
mind
somebody
does
just
anyway.
basically do like what that's like a paranoid flight for me. If I'm not sure about the air, that is my ass and my activity because I want to know where we are so I have some idea. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know because I feel like maybe at least I like what do I might know where to swim.
you
I
sit
don't
there
know.
and
It's just
stare at it
paranoia.
and as Lev
But
mentioned, somebody made
no
a
bathroom?
simulator. Nothing.
Are
No
they allowed to
bathroom.
have the meal? No
Nope.
snacks? No
No
wine?
snack.
No
Raw
drinks.
dog,
No
15
snacks.
hours to Melbourne. No
Nothing.
music, no music, just
And
flight map. I counted to
and this
1
makes
million
you more
twice.
hardcore
That
to
technically
do
doesn't
it?
mean that you raw dogged it. You started to distract yourself.
Yep. You cheated.
There's no insignificant subset of men who are there. There is not who are raw dogging flights or tame no headphones, watching a flight map, 8 hours bonus points.
How stupid.
Now here's the thing. Like I said, I'm being autistic and loving maps. I do this shit for fun. But why would other people not
Yeah,
do
but you
other
use the
things for
bathroom
fun?
and have a snack and a
I
drink
do.
and stuff, right?
Yeah, of course. So it's just
It's just so stupid. I'm willing to bet that like 99% of the people who are bragging about doing this didn't actually do it. They just filmed themselves starting and then lied
Why
about
would
it
anyone
later or
call this a
something.
brag?
I know it's stupid.
Oh, look at this.
I want to
I appreciate that.
Like,
Men
I
are
can be
peculiar
more
creatures.
uncomfortable
Their
and
stoic
have less
gaze
privileges and be
unmatched
more
30,000
bored. Is this
feet
like the
into the air.
competition now?
There's a
Is
new
this
term
the
floating around
people
from
that
this.
are leading the generations into the you'll own nothing and like it. You'll raw dog flights, build your own houses.
This is, as far as I'm concerned, this is another example of posting your own L's.
Once back to a 20-something dude in a 3-hour flight, did nothing the entire time, didn't nap, didn't look at his phone, didn't read, snack, stare at the back of the seat for silence for 3
Course
hours.
that started in 2022 as far as we can track
3
it.
hours,
It's the
that's
phenomenon
rookie
of
numbers.
men raw dogging flights. By raw dogging, which by the way I'm going to brag, I've been using this
Yeah,
term
not
generally
asleep
forever,
either.
we mean men who just sit there on a commercial flight. No phone, no movies, head completely
That's not
still,
what raw
his eyes
dogging
locked
meant when
only
I
on the
grew up.
map on the TV screen.
This is not my. Wow, I didn't know that they showed the Titanic marker on some flights.
Oh, that's grim
Macabre.
and macabre. Yes, that's the word I
In
wanted.
front of him,
I
a
want that
complete
flight.
stoic beast, like a
Mhm.
Greek bust. Obviously, raw dogging has a different meaning sometimes, a lewd one.
When I was typing it up for this, I was so terrified my autocorrect was just going to go into my memory and be like, well, we all know what your tastes are, Lev, so here's what you clearly are looking for. It has very little to do with airplanes.
Intercourse without protection. But now we've completely appropriated the
terrified
term.
really the
We
right
can
word for
raw
that.
dog a breakfast if we want to. I just raw dogged some Captain Crunch berries this morning. I'm raw dogging your mother. As this Twitter user put
See?
it, the way raw dogging has entered common parlance for anything done unassisted is vile to me, personally. I personally don't see what's wrong with it. Probably raw dogged this tweet. I also just read a reply that said I've raw dogged my entire existence. I think all of our brains are cooked at this point, smooth little rocks, as we're basically raw dogging life, if you think about it. Back to the airplanes. In 2022, some tweets got some attention. The dude next to me on the plane just absolutely raw dogged this entire flight. He got on a 10-hour flight to Europe in jeans, no headphones, no book, no neck pillow, literally just a paper cup of coffee without a
No
lid.
neck.
Insanity, yeah, men can't be stopped. In June of 2024, people started adding other vocabulary to raw dogged flights. At West was here posted, anyone else bareback flights? What do
Yeah,
Dude,
Anything-
I don't like that one.
bear, but okay, it's the same thing, but I mean, with
Sounds
this
like,
pose, it looks like the sort of thumbnail I'd be like, why am I getting gay porn suggestions?
right?
Like,
If you just gave me the sentence without the picture, I would think this person went on some sort of like, there's a new flight company that specializes in like nudists.
What are we gonna start
Flights
saying
or
next? Anybody
something.
doggy style their flights? Anyone else hit the plane from the back? This TikTok got millions of views though, showing a stoic man
He
on a
looks
flight
so
raw dogging
unpleasant.
his entire world. And before long, GQ
Yeah, I
magazine
don't know.
posted
I would not want to be spending any time around that guy.
He looks like a sort of person who'd say Andrew Tate doesn't go far enough.
Mm-hmm.
an article about flying raw, which is a very weird way of putting it. Honestly, I'm jealous. Whenever I try to raw dog a flight, I start fidgeting. I need something to do. I need to like knit
Why
or
would
Yeah.
you
do jumping
try?
jacks. I'd be watching Curb Your Enthusiasm within 5
Why
minutes of
even
trying to raw
try?
dog. It's just hard. I don't know how the men do it. But like I said, these shifts in
I
language
get my
snowball
book
fast.
out
First
the
we're
instant I've settled into my seat
I
before we've
I
even taken off.
what I do is what I will be doing in a few days, which is still fucking surreal to me that this is finally happening. I am going to be hooking up my phone to make sure it's charged for the whole thing. Make a very quick video, which will be added into a much bigger video at the end of the whole thing. And other than occasionally taking pictures from outside the window, or I don't know if someone gets really noisy behind me, I'm just going to be focusing on the little screen on the front. And what the screen on the front will show me is most likely just going to be the little map and the movies and TV shows and shit. And I'll just break down the 8 hour flight into like little consumable nuggets of media. And
Yeah.
that's what occasionally there'll be food and drink to come along, and that's it.
I like this person's post though. Please use a different term for this. Although
People
personally, I'll take that a step further and say, please don't even do this in the first place. You're idiots.
just seems it's I don't know. It's one of those. It's one of those um joke
Have a pleasant
things.
experience. Yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't think anybody's doing this for real. Or at least very few people. I think most of the people bragging about it are lying.
And they're lying for
What are you
engagement bait.
practicing
What we're
for?
doing.
Your serial killer look? Because that's the only thing that
Yeah.
you're going to gain by the end of that flight.
Right?
I'd be wondering where the air marshal would be. Like, have you seen this guy up
The
there? He looks very suspicious.
airport security will be waiting for you when you land because you've made 50 people very suspicious and worried.
Right? You've been selected for the extra check, friend.
Oh dear.
We're going to
Please
raw
stand
dog
outside.
you now,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah. And speaking of dog, here's our bomb sniffer dog. They're gonna get nice something close to you.
The statement you've been selected for extra screening is punctuated at the end of the sentence with the snap of a rubber glove.
Heck yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna actually call it here. Well, we actually almost got 2 hours in, so yay. All right, so yeah, we are going to have one more episode of Bearded Ramblings. That's on the 8th. Krendar, I do
Yeah.
believe your friend is gonna be coming on for the first time.
Yeah, I'll double check with her just to make sure she remembers. Should be good though. I think she set like a Google Calendar reminder thingy for herself.
Sweet. And
Yeah.
then the day after that, I'm over to Feel Goods for the night, and then off to Dublin the next morning, and then off to Philly the day after that.
Just don't
So
oversleep and miss your
close now.
flight.
I'll have 2 days of prepping.
Walk gingerly.
Mm.
I can promise you, I'll be so paranoid about my ankle that I won't even look up to see the truck that's about to hit me.
Oh no, don't do that.
Um,
Safely manage your body
So
until you
reassuring.
arrive and then continue to do so
you know what she's on about, Krendar, do you?
indefinitely.
No.
Okay, so
Other
just
than
before
well,
the flight last time to go and see them all over there, I went out to Temple Bar for the evening, and it was a wild night, and I live streamed it, and it was great. It was a lot of fun. Where a lot of people were in the chats. I got some donos. The bars were hopping. They were bopping and hopping and all that good shit. I was having a great time, and I turned around the corner, and my foot went into one of those water gauges they use to check the levels of the water underground. And someone had left it open, and my foot just went right on
oh,
into it. And I didn't break
ouch.
anything, but to this day, my foot has never quite felt the same. And then I had to go and walk around New York and Philadelphia. Yay.
Yeah. Don't measure the water with your foot this time.
Don't blame me. Blame Dublin Council. Um, but no. Other than that, guys, I'll be back streaming probably if not tomorrow, then Tuesday. To back to Fallout London. That's here. Krendar, what are you going to be doing? What are you up to?
I'm on my channel is on vacation mode until I'm back from Philly. But when I get back from Philly, I'm gonna start a playthrough of Oddsparks, an automation adventure. Do you like factory automation and also Pikmin? Because it's the same game.
Man, I
Automate
Um,
your
love
factory
Pikmin.
with little magically animated slaves. Yay!
uh,
They're
Ray,
friends. Pikmin are friends.
Yes, and they also do a lot of good work for me
Ray.
because they're good friends.
I am just gonna be living in life and enjoying myself and
Yeah,
And
you
enjoying
Frida,
got.
when you guys come over. And I like the next time anybody on the internet will probably see me if they don't talk to me on the daily is
mhm.
when we stream when you guys are here.
Yep,
Yeah,
they'll be
actually, I'm gonna
screen.
go. I'm gonna go take a photo of that recipe I was thinking of making, and I'll post that to the trip Discord after this.
Hey.
Make sure that there's nothing on there that people are allergic to or anything like that.
Like I
All
said, no
good.
mushrooms. Other
There are a
than
few
that, I'm
things
good
that
to
will
go.
make me swelly, but yep, I
So,
eat them all.
what was that, Ray?
Now, I'm not even gonna say. Look, the gluten and cheese, like lactose.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
she's
really,
lactose, but
but
she's gonna go
I
with it all the
don't.
same.
I'll eat it anyway. I don't care. We're gonna be in
Uh,
Philly. I'm eating the food. Make the food.
yeah,
Whatever is best.
there's none of that in there unless there's traditionally fries with it, which is an unusual thing. It's a Peruvian stir fry, but
Ooh,
it
nice.
is served on on fries instead of rice typically. Probably because the sauce is a little bit on the vinegary side, so it's like vinegar on rice or like vinegar on fries kind of a thing.
Right on.
All right.
It's really good. I quite like it.
Okay.
And it's
Well,
easy.
everyone, I hope you enjoyed tonight. See you all pretty soon. And don't forget, this is an open invitation to anyone who can't make it out Philly side. We'd be happy to see you. More the merrier, and all that silly sausage stuff. But as for me, I'm just back from my own mini adventure. I'm ready to call it a night. So night.